I, 38F, have two kids, 5M plus 5F. My son has special needs and is subject to fits of rage and meltdowns when things happen out of order. It gets worse if he's tired or when he gets a lot of sugar. As a rule in our house, you cannot get treats or food in general until you are sitting calmly at the table. Mostly because if he starts eating when he is in a meltdown, he is liable to choke on his food, and also because it reinforces the negative behavior. Outside of the stipulation, I do not withhold food from either one of my children. Back to the story. I took the kids to the park today, and after our lunch, I got 2 cups of Dippin' Dots ice cream as a special treat. My son started panicking that he had the wrong flavor. I tried to reassure him and calm him down, but things escalated quickly. By the time we got back to the picnic tables, he had reached full meltdown mode. At this point, taking him home was not an option as our ride was still about 10 minutes away. And from experience, the best way to fix a meltdown is to let it run its course. When they happen in public, I do everything I can to minimize the impact on others. We were already at a shelter that was a ways off from the rest of the kids at the park. So I set his ice cream aside and calmly explained he could not have his ice cream until he reset. I let my daughter sit 2 tables down and eat her ice cream while I worked with my boy to get calm. As I'm sitting on the ground cradling and rocking my screaming child who is desperately trying to escape, so he can either run off or grab the ice cream, this lady, we'll call her Karen, walks up. "Kay, ma'am, what seems to be the problem? Is it an ice cream he wants? 'Cause I can buy him 1 inch. Me, oh no thank you. We'll be fine. He's just working through some stuff right now. Kay, no really. I'll get 1 for him. It's fine. Me, thank you but no. He can't have treats until he's calm. Kay, little boy, would you like an ice cream? What flavor do you want? Me, respectfully ma'am, I need you to K off right about now. For the record, I said this quietly enough so my daughter did not hear it, and my son was in such a blind rage he can't register anything. He didn't even respond to her offer for ice cream. This seemed to upset Karen, and she slowly backed away but stayed at the edge of the shelter, just lingering. It was super weird and very unnerving. When our ride finally arrived, I could feel her eyes burning into my back as I buckled the kids into the car. I told my husband what happened, and he said I was wrong for being so mean. I should have either accepted the offer for ice cream or just ignored her altogether. So AITA for telling her to fuck off? Not the asshole. I wish I'd had the courage to do this when my twins were that age. My reactive one is my daughter, and she used to melt down every time we went out. Once, when she was 5 or 6, I took her to the aquarium by myself, front-loading expectations that we would not get a souvenir. We lived 20 minutes away and had an annual pass. We did not need to spend $30 on yet another stuffy to memorialize the occasion. I managed to get her out of the aquarium itself. But then there's a guy selling light-up balloons in front of the parking garage. It was too much and she lost it. Screaming, crying, full meltdown mode. I tried pulling her away, but she kept escaping and running back. I kept talking to her gently. I was still figuring out how to handle those situations, and mentioned that I didn't want to buy a balloon. They were for tourists, etc. The balloon guy started coming over looking nervous, and after several minutes comes over and offers a balloon to me. I say thank you now. He asks if I need help. I say no. He walks back for another minute or 2, sells some more balloons, eyes us nervously. She is at peak tantrum at this point, and I'm just trying to get her away without it looking like I'm stealing her. Finally, balloon guy comes up and addresses her directly. Which balloon do you want, sweetheart? I tell him no. He ignores me and hands her an Elsa balloon, which she accepts and promptly stops crying. Fuck my life. We leave. Therapists kept telling me to not give in. I was never the one who did. Randos need to realize that good parents are the ones with children who have tantrums. In my experience, tantrums are the result of boundaries, and boundaries are a good thing. Meltdowns are no joke, and random bystanders need to butt out because they're 100% only making things worse. Tantrums are the result of boundaries, and boundaries are a good thing. Thank you for saying this. I always feel like such an awful parent when my kid is melting down.